Zimbabwe, who used to be Rhodesia, England is still demanding that they change the name back to Rhodesia and to give all the lands back to the white people. South Africa, owned and run by the Dutch. The numbers of South Africans, black South Africans that have been murdered.
It's fucking astronomical.
Do you know, I think there are 13 colonies of France in Africa that is paying France millions of dollars every year just so that they can be a French colony.
Really?
That's their job.
Not that I'm surprised by that, but I didn't know that.
But that's what South Africa is doing for the Dutch. That's what Rwanda is doing for Belgium. Did you know King Leopold II of Belgium killed over 20 million Congolese people? Congo alone.
Just Congo alone.
Congo alone.
I didn't know the number.
Did you know there was a petting zoo for black people in Belgium in 1958? The year before I was born, there was a petting zoo that people could come and see and feed the little natives.
Speaking of that, when you say petting zoo because we're viewed as animals, there's a video of a young kid having an argument with her father. And the caption of this video is "Kids are the future." Her father is obviously a white dude, pretty racist. And he's like, they're ghetto, they like being in the ghetto, they're animals. And the daughter's like, why are you, think about that, Dad. You just called humans animals. Why? He's like, well, that's what I've been taught about them. Like, that's all I know. They're animals. So his rebuttal is like, that's all I know based on what I've been told. So, of course there was a fucking petting zoo, because that's how they want us to be viewed, as fucking animals.
Well, you have to understand the imagery of that. When I saw it, there's a little girl, and somebody must have given her something, and then her parents were sitting back in the hut. And as a little boy,
that image
I'm
right
looking
there.
at it, and I'm like, but that's me.
Yeah. You see no differentiation like that?
No, man, because I grew up as a youth in Jamaica.
When you leave Jamaica again?
76.
76, yeah.
So I had an okay life. I was very happy. Very happy.
Yo, shouts to Grandma, Patricia Doctrove. Whoo!
Patricia King Doctrove.
King Doctrove.
People need to understand she is a Don Corleone of this clan.
She is the reason.
Yeah. So, yeah, she brought me here. She brought me and my sister here in her mid-30s in 76 when the political situation was so hot.
It was Kingston, Jamaica, just for clarification, guys.
Yeah,
a different place back then.
So I was like, I was 16. From about 1970 was when it started to look different. That's when guns started to show up. That's when it's like it was wicked, but it get wicked up and wicked up, and they get to the point. It get to the point where you just so inundated, and but then you still have to live life, and we still find ways to live life even under the oppression. Some of the best music ever.
Yeah, your skill with soccer kept you alive and safe.
Yeah.
Well, we'll touch on that.
Football is either football or entertainment. Either a singer or a baller. Or athlete.
You went home one time and you got chopped up, but they knew you were JuLion from the field, so he's like, oh no, leave him, he's talented.
Yeah. That's it. I can't say it with that. Ball I mean, but of course it can also kill you. I mean, there was true beef between Beanie and Bounty back in the day. See? And then now, the two of them do a versus on the internet last week and broke it down.
Yo, do the whole thing. It's my whole life.
Like the world doesn't seem to understand.
My whole life
is a different energy.
My whole life exploded.
Everybody in the world.
I was like crying.
Yo, people who weren't even in the dance hall were just like messaging me and asking me, hey, that's how I said that. People, the stigma with dance hall it can be violent, but it just speaks to the violence that we live.
It speaks to the violence that has already existed.
But also, when you're speaking in other music, you still have to stand your ground because before you make the music, boy, I want to tell you something, I'm going to box in your face, so I'm going to do something. And as a musician, you let it out back in the music, like, you unbox me, and come no
I'll
boy.
come back with 2 more.
Come no boy, come in, you know. So that is still the nature of the culture, and that's still, I'm very grateful for it.
100%.
Because I had elders, even without them realizing it, teaching me to stand my ground, because I think that's the greatest thing I learned from my youth, is that I was playing ball at 13 years old with dudes that were 17 and 18.
Yo, you were nice from what I hear. And
Yeah, that's old. That's old dog.
Yeah. Hey, you still brought me to the park. Beer time. I watched
yeah.
you shit for a couple months.
Yeah. So yeah, but the thing is, at 13 years old though, whether you're nice or you're not nice, I gotta go from community to community to community to play football.
Yo.
Until I came here. And then you get to, that's when you realize you have to literally stand your own ground. You have no brethren.
Yo, no.
For back you. Like if I want to back you up in a situation, it's nice.
Yo, because you got some back in it, you feel confident.
But you gotta stand your ground still.
Yep.
And even though I was small, and sometimes I did get bullied.
No.
One of the things about bullying, and as you know, we could jump from topic to topic.
That's how we do.
But the bullying business, sometimes I appreciated the bullying in many ways, because it also made me stronger.
Of course. And you were blessed with that perspective, because I was blessed with having a very present father, and I always thank you for that. But you made it a conscious choice to be there for me when I got bullied in school. Because I was a little light-skinned boy with green eyes. I painted my nails, I dyed my hair blonde, I didn't fit in anywhere. So nowadays that's cool. But back when I was in public school, I got pushed in locker. There was one time, Daddy, when some kid used to pick on me all the time because he didn't like my hair. He said, "Why is your hair so poofy?" Just, regular racist young white kid stuff. And my skin's light, so he couldn't figure me out. So he's pushing me into the fence repeatedly. And I'm at that age where I don't even know why this person's doing this. I'm just baffled at the fact that I'm getting pushed by this person. And then, like a movie, my dad is just standing at the end of the parking lot. And I'll let you take it from here. But actually, no, I gotta keep it going. So this kid was actually bullying me for so many separate reasons, but it was just because I was different. Yeah, I only remember the tall one. There was 2, but I only remember the one, man. He had venom in his eyes.
Yeah, he was the biggest one.
He had venom. So in that moment, I say this for any parent watching this, I would always remember this. I knew that I didn't deserve to be bullied because I watched my dad defend me. If you don't have anyone there to tell you, hey, that's wrong, or you don't stand up for yourself, you start to psychologically believe you deserve this treatment, because I guess why they treat me like this? So dad comes up to the kid and said, "Hey, you know who I am?" The kid's like, "No." He's like, "I'm his father." Yo, dude, I've never seen the life leave someone's body like that in my entire fucking life. I mean, like, his soul left. He's like, "Oh, my biggest nightmare." It was his dad. And not to drag the story on, but what that gave me was confidence. My dad was always there whenever I got bullied, not just by students, by teachers. I didn't have one black teacher in my entire life. And I'll tell you straight up. I got bullied. I know they're out there, and I know there are lots of them, but in my Toronto public school experience, I didn't have any.
There wasn't too many Negroes in the school system there.
Me and my friends, who I guess looking back, me and my black friends, always got picked on a little more than Cindy and Susie in the classroom. And we weren't overly loud. I mean, I can't lie. I was a little bit of a shit disturber, but it's only because I couldn't really focus on what we were reading. Wasn't really what I was into.
No, Bridget, it was like, if anything was going to happen, it was going to be like, if one of us was going to kick that over, it was going to be, I would say that happened today already.
That is facts.
But the system was also, all right, this is another jump.
Let's jump in.